So I just got this adventure kit in the mail, and I had to come out and try it out. And I want to thank Life in a Pack for sponsoring this video and making it possible for me to come out and do some winter camping. Now I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking that I'm only going to say nice things about this product because it's a sponsored video. But the company actually sent me this backpack and told me to do an unbiased review of it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on this kit and who it's really made for later in the video. And they're actually not going to see this video before it goes live. So this is what happened when I went on my trip with this pack. All right, so we are almost to the campground. It's been about 4 hours of driving, a couple hours driving in the snow, so a little bit dicey getting up here, but excited to get this pack out and try it out. We'll see if I bought enough gear. It's gonna get pretty cold tonight. This is an adventure kit. This is also a 72-hour survival kit. It is everything you need to sustain life for 3 days or more. It has water, it has food, it has cooking supplies, it has first aid supplies, ditties. It has a complete sleep system. It has a sleeping pad, a sleeping bag, a pillow. It has a uniquely designed 2-layer trekking pole tent, which is very lightweight, and it's easy to deploy and set up. The whole pack weighs less than 25 pounds, I think. If not, I'll put the specs up on the screen. It truly does have everything you need to go out and do a bit of camping, or if you're in a survival situation, have what you need to survive. This kit actually comes with 2 trekking poles, which are pretty good right out of the gate. And that's really essential for setting up the trekking pole tent that comes with this kit called the trekking... It's a 2-person trekking pole tent called the Trekker's Palace, and it goes up really quickly. When I opened it for the first time, it was all attached. The Rainfly was pre-attached to the tent itself, so I just had to lay it out, stake it in, and put the 2 trekking poles where they're supposed to go in the grommets. I did have an issue setting it up the first time because I didn't read the directions, and I ended up staking it the wrong way. But once I read the directions, I was able to remedy the error and get it staked out properly. All right, I got the tent set up here, the Trekker Palace tent. We gotta set up the sleeping bag and see what we get for dinner. So the kit comes with survival tablets, which are really actually pretty good for what they are. They're kind of chalky, but they taste pretty good. The best possible nutrition in the smallest possible volume. Here you go. There you go. Wanna try one?
Yes, I do.
There are also freeze-dried meals included in the kit made by Peak Refuel, and they taste great, like way better than Mountain House and worlds better than any military MREs out there. The biofuel stove did its job really well. I suggest choosing your footing for it carefully as it's quite tall and it can tip over pretty easily. So you can use sticks and pine cones and split down kindling to fuel the bio stove. It just takes a little while to get the fire hot enough to boil water, and usually once you get a good fire going in there, it takes about 6 to 8 minutes to get water boiling. So after eating a good meal, I turned in for the night to see how the sleep system performed. One of the best parts of winter camping is the scenery. Look at that sunrise. Just gorgeous. All right, for breakfast, we've got mountain berry granola by, what is this, Peak Refuel. Good stuff. We're gonna try it out. Here we go. Last night it got down to about 20 degrees, and I had an extra sleeping bag with me, which was helpful because the sleeping bag in this particular kit isn't rated for that low of a temperature, which I knew going into this, so absolutely no problem there whatsoever. I would not suggest using this kit in these temperatures. I'm kind of pushing this kit to the limit to see what it does. If you're not experienced in winter camping, don't go out with this kit as is. It is not intended for these temperature ranges. This is for probably, I would say, 40 degrees and up. It's perfect for that. All in all, the sleep last night was pretty good. I was impressed with the sleeping pad. The sleeping pad stayed underneath me the whole night. Those straps and the pockets in the sleeping bag really kept the pad in place, and that was really nice because I didn't have to fight that at all last night. Another thing that's pretty cool is it comes with a solar panel. I couldn't use that because it was really overcast, but this solar panel is a 6.5 watt PET solar charger, and it's really durable. It's extremely lightweight, so kind of cool that you could potentially charge your phone or your devices if you had a good sunny day with this in the kit. The tent behaved great. We had some wind here, and it was well ventilated, so I didn't have the condensation on the inside. All in all, I really liked the tent. It was easy to set up after I figured out the right way to do it. The first time I did it, I had the stakes in the wrong places. I figured out my error and I switched them around, and it went up like a dream. The bio stove worked really well this morning. It worked well last night. Took me about like maybe 8 minutes to boil water on it, so not too bad. It was nice in this really, really cold weather to be able to just use materials that are laying around, sticks, twigs, pine cones. I split up some kindling and threw it in there, and that really helped get the water boiling faster, because like an isobutane propane stove in this kind of temperature doesn't really work very well. It freezes up and it just doesn't perform very well. So having a biofuel stove was really handy on this trip. The pillow that turns into the pump sack for the sleeping pad, really novel, really cool design. It worked pretty well. I had to kind of fidget with the valve a little bit when I first started using it, but then after it got loosened up, it was working very nicely. So cool design. I really like it. The pillow itself was nice. I have a down pillow that I always take with me, and I put that on top of that inflatable pillow. That was really comfortable for me last night. I absolutely love the backpack. The only thing I would change about the backpack is I wish it had a mesh front pocket that I could shove stuff into. I really like to shove like my ground cloth that's damp or whatever in there, or like my sandals or something in there, so it's not in with the rest of my general supplies. That's my only gripe with the backpack. Otherwise, it fits me very well. It has tons of storage compartments in it that are very thoughtfully laid out. It can hold my tripod, it can hold my water bottles. It's great. I usually hike with quite a bit extra gear because I am running cameras and whatnot. I had to strap my extra sleeping bag to the outside of the pack and my poncho because I have that thing loaded to the gills. But during the summer, I could see having more than enough space in that pack for everything that I do. So who is this kit for? I think this kit is for people who are looking to get into adventure, people who are looking to be a little bit more prepared for a survival situation, and that don't want to make a kit. If you enjoy making survival kits and enjoy making backpacking kits, then this might not be for you because it's already made for you. So if you're new to the hobby or you just don't like that aspect of the hobby, then this is a great option for you because it comes packed with everything you need to go camping, to have a survival situation happen to you. I see it as two different groups of people. There's the 72-hour survival kit people that just want to have a bag that in case they get stranded somewhere, they have this bag that will help them sustain life for 3 days or more. And then there's this other group of people that are the adventure types that want to get into camping, that want to get into hiking and backpacking and don't know where to start, or they have a limited budget and they just want to make sure that they're getting a complete kit to start off with, and maybe they'll replace items as they need to or have a preference to do so. I think that is who this kit is for. It's well thought out. It has a lot of great items in it. Some items are on the cheaper end, and I think that's just to keep the price point low, but over time, maybe you would swap those out. For instance, some of the small ditties and things like that, you might have a preference to use something of a different quality or a different type. Just go ahead and swap them out over time. But this is a great kit for people who are just getting started and getting into the hobby, I think. Definitely check out Life in a Pack. Life in a Pack comes in different loadout types, so you can tailor what you think you'll need. So I hope you found that useful, or at least entertaining. We'll see you later.